at the first hike stop along Cades Cove, heading to the John Oliver cabin. This one is a 1/4 mile there, so a 1/2 mile round trip, not bad. This is actually one of my favorite ones. The other one would be the Elijah Oliver, close to the halfway point. And I'm already out of breath. I'm carrying a heavier backpack right now and it's like pushing on my lungs while I'm trying to talk and hike. Not a good combination. But this is one of my favorite ones, so we're gonna go and check this one out. Madeline hasn't been here in 8 years, so she doesn't remember a lot of the stops. So we're gonna just take our time today. We are in no rush. We have until sunset, and we're here. What time is it? 8:30, 30 minutes after opening, and we have until dark. So we have like 11 hours if we wanted to take 11 hours here today. This is Madeline doing one of the two things she absolutely loves: nature photography. The other would be swimming, but we can't do anything about that. But she is loving doing this nature photography. This is really cool. Looks like it just completely toppled over. Wow. It is sprinkling a little bit, but I have never, ever.
Oh, that is just wrong.
What?
Someone put like a wipe or something on this log.
Yep.
That's gross and disrespectful.
Ooh. Turn it back to her light.
Oh, hey, mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
Yeah, check this out.
Oh, wow.
That is a really big mushroom.
Like you after a work day.
Are we already here?
Yep.
This isn't a bad hike at all then.
And the best part is it's downhill on the way back.
Yeah. Matt and I have visited Cades Cove off and on our entire lives. I've never, ever seen the John Oliver cabin hike or the house this empty first thing in the morning. There's like one group here. That's it. Are you taking a picture up the chimney?
I know this sounds weird, but this house smells familiar. I'm not kidding. It's. Whoa. Seriously, I love this too.
Yeah. You can actually look up there, you just can't go up there. Hey, Madeline. Let's not.
Just looking up. Are you allowed to take flash photography?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was actually fixing to.
It's on the flashlight, I think.
No. I got it. I'm taking it because Sarah and Rebecca are doing my neighbor toenail.
See? You can actually go up.
Oh, can we?
I don't know how far up here, so you're.
There's a rail up here.
Upstairs and they got a handrail. You can look back as an upper room.
Yeah, we've been up there before, just like right up to. Go ahead.
Hold on.
I got a flashlight.
No, it's this.
Right? Wow, these steps are steep. Oh. This is the upper loft.
You know you're here, so gremlins. Come out wherever you are.
Oh, stop it.
What? I love my neighbor Totoro.
Actually, I was more worried about bats.
Myth? Bats aren't as fun as soot gremlins.
No, there's usually bats here. These stairs are steep. That's probably to allow more room. I'm gonna step down slowly because I'm old.
Now do it carrying a candle.
Yeah, no. Come on. She's still up there.
And look at the view over here.
Can you hold the flashlight for her? I don't want to leave her without the flashlight. Whoa! Imagine that being your view every day. That's amazing. And that's the loop road down there. So it's not that far of a hike. They wouldn't have been that far from neighbors.
Where people would take it over the things. Walking up.
Also, this is a car. But yeah, that is literally a house.
Stone steps. I bet they're slick though, so let's be careful. Yeah. Really?
That's the fun way to do it.
Oh, to be young again. How about that climbing tree right outside your backyard? Or back door in your backyard. Back of the house.
This house literally reminds me of...
Hold on, still.
Madeline,
Here's that side door.
see the foundation stones?
Yeah, kind of like Grandma's.
Can you imagine having to move all of those foundation stones?
Yikes. And having to find them in the woods.
Did you also see the hole in the floor?
The important part.
Yeah. Did you see the hole in the floor?
Yeah.
Probably
Did you see the
so.
spot on the steps where people have been walking up the stairs for decades and decades,
Yeah.
and their foot has caught it, and it has left indentions.
Can you imagine that being your view every day? And the fence work.
We kind of have a view like that at home.
So, how many people lived in that house?
I don't remember. It says on the sign.
It doesn't say.
I think the pamphlet does. We have one at home. I forgot to stop and get one this time.
Also, I think our tour guide book back at our cabin does.
I have never seen the John Oliver Trail this empty.
No.
Ever. We usually skip this stop.
So normally, because it's the first stop that people see and it's such a short walk, this one is usually extremely busy. And I don't think I've ever been there by myself.
That was a first for me.
Yeah, it was kind of haunting, actually.
Yeah.
It was a very, very fascinating experience.
It was really cool. And then like I usually don't even go upstairs because again it's so super crowded, and we were able to use the flashlight and let Madeline go up the stairs. I kind of wanted her to because stairs are different now, right?
Yeah.
You notice how different the stairs were? They were steeper to allow more room for cabin space. And did you see there was still a door under there too?
Mm-hmm.
They utilized every square inch of those spaces. But that was so cool to get to go with nobody there.
What that cabin kind of reminded me of was a scene from My Neighbor Totoro, where the two girls, Satsuki and Mei, they run up the stairs and then they find this empty room filled with dust and it's dark. And they're talking to soot sprites and they're going, come out, wherever you are. So I ran up the stairs and I went, come out, wherever you are.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a very different experience from any other trip. This is also why Matt and I don't mind going to places when it's just slightly drizzling like it is right now. Because, I mean, we have change of clothes in the truck. We have change of clothes at the cabin that's only 20 minutes away. it's worth it to me to go when it's slightly drizzling like this, because it's a totally different experience. And I'm so glad we were able to do that today. That is cool. It's still hanging on. I mean, it's not completely hanging on, but it's still hanging on like, hey, I'm here. It's a long one too. You can see they've cut some branches off and just left the rest of it. Do what? I would say it's the people that are behind us. There's little footpaths here and there. There were actually signs behind the other cabin where there was a trail back there, but it's not one of the marked trails for hikers.
Might be the one that goes to
No, it's Elijah Oliver's that goes to Abram Falls. Because Elijah Oliver's the first stop, and then you'll see the stop for Abram Falls. We're not doing Abram Falls today.
No. For one, I would be too afraid to be that far from the vehicle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, with it being so rainy today, we don't feel comfortable. Abram Falls is a fun hike. It's very moderate. I've heard some people call it an easy hike. I would never call it that. I would call it a moderate, because it has very rocky terrain.
To be fair, the last time we did it with kids on us too.
Yeah, Matt was carrying Madeline at 3 years old. I was carrying Sarah on 2 years old. I was carrying Sarah under a year old on my front in a front carrier. But we've done it. But with it being rainy off and on with thunderstorms also in the forecast, I'd prefer to not be, 2.5 miles from my truck on a rocky terrain and a thunderstorm roll up, especially right next to a falls. And it is a pretty falls, but it's not my favorite. If I was to take time today to hike to a falls, we would drive over to Laurel Falls, which is like 30-45 minutes from here ish.
I need to tighten up my shoes.
She is so in her zone. What? I've never seen this parking lot this empty in my entire life.